Who do you think you are? Not who people think you are. Not the version you perform on social media. Not the person you are around your friends. Who are you when no one's watching? Because I don't think most people know anymore. See, I've been thinking a lot about this lately. I watch people build their brands, their content, their businesses, and most of them are just performing. They dress a certain way because everyone else does. They use the same viral sounds because someone else said. They copy content because it looks cool. Then they say, be authentic. But it's not. It's belonging. And there's a difference. People want to be part of something. A clique, a group, a tribe. It's completely normal, but not different. And in this process of fitting in, they forget who they actually are. Therefore, I want to ask you some questions. Not because I need the answers, but because you do. What can't you leave home without? Not your phone, not your keys, the weird thing. The thing that if you forget it, your whole day feels off. For me, it's chapstick. I've carried chapstick every single day for 23 years. If I leave without it, I think about it the entire day, and then I get chapped lips. It's a trigger, a ritual, a thing. Not because it's cool, not because anyone cares, but because it's me. What do you do that makes you feel complete? Not productive, not successful, but complete. I stopped going to the barber a while ago. For some odd reason, I enjoy cutting my own hair, shaving my own face. There's something about it, the focus and the precision. When I'm done, I feel enlightened, like I completed something that matters. But most people would never admit that because it sounds weird or it doesn't matter. Some go to the barber because that's what they're supposed to do. And they miss the moment where they could have discovered something that they never knew they enjoyed. Why do you dress the way you do? Most people dress for other people. They wear what's trending. You might remember back in school when you hung out with a group and began to dress like them because you simply wanted to fit in. And you never stopped to ask, does this feel like me? Your clothes are a language. They tell the world who you are before you even speak, just like your background. Therefore, if your clothes don't speak you, then what's the point of even wearing them? What matters most to you? Not your goals, not your business, but your purpose. For me, my children. That's it. Everything I build, everything I create, it's for them. I want to become someone they are proud of. But most people can't answer that one question. Not because they don't care, but because they've been so busy performing. What would you protect if everything else burned down? That is your identity. Not your brand, not your content, your core. That's why your content needs to reflect that. Most people are afraid to be themselves, not because they don't know who they are, but because being yourself means being alone for a long ass time. It means sitting with yourself long enough to remember what you actually like, what you actually care about, who you actually are. But here's the truth. People who stand out are the ones who stop trying to fit in. They're not building a brand. They're building a legacy. So let me ask you one more time. Who do you think you are? Not who your followers think you are. Not who your family expects you to be. Not who you perform as when the camera's on. Who are you when no one is watching? Because that person, that's who your audience is waiting for. So if this hit you, sit with it. Don't scroll. Don't jump to the next video. Just sit and analyze. Also, if you want a space that reflects who you actually are, I have a form in the description. Fill it out. Let's build something real. I'll see you next time. Peace.